This evening on ENN Tonight.
An Elon fraternity makes its way back to campus 6 years after getting kicked off.
Elon's Health EU Center has a new construction update. Colonnades residents, stay tuned if you're a light sleeper.
And stick around to hear about the upcoming student government fall elections.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Charlotte Pfabe.
And I'm Alice Morrissey. Let's dive right into this week's top stories.
Starting off tonight, after 6 years of being removed from Elon's Interfraternity Council, the Kappa Sigma fraternity chapter will be reinstated this school year. Elon News Network covered the initial removal in 2019. Let's take a look.
Members of the Kappa Sigma fraternity are all moved out of their on-campus house. Students living there had until yesterday to relocate to other available rooms on campus. This comes after an email addressed to chapter presidents and executive council members announced the fraternity would be kicked off campus Wednesday night. Elon News Network went to Kappa Sigma's on-campus house looking to get details on their move, but they declined to comment.
We already moved out.
You already moved out? Do you have any comments?
No, I do not.
No comments? Okay, thank you.
Now, this may not be the last we hear from the fraternity. Kappa Sigma has 1 month to appeal the decision made by the Kappa Sigma national headquarters. And if Kappa Sigma decides to try and reestablish their chapter at Elon in the future, the process isn't simple.
The Kappa Sigma chapter was removed from Elon's IFC in 2019 after the chapter was found responsible for multiple honor code violations, including incidents of disorderly conduct, unauthorized use of alcohol, and destruction and defacement of property. The Elon University Greek Reunion homecoming website states that Kappa Sigma alumni are welcome to attend the annual Lambda Lambda Alumni Association meeting and awards ceremony. At this meeting, they'll discuss the return of the fraternity to campus. In a statement to Elon News Network from Kappa Sigma National Senior Vice President and Chief Recruitment Officer Leo Brown IV wrote, "The Kappa Sigma fraternity is excited to announce the reorganization of the Lambda Lambda chapter at Elon University during this academic year. The fraternity is collaborating closely with local alumni and the Elon Student Involvement Office to ensure a strong and successful return."
Not only are there changes in SGA funding, we'll start seeing some new faces for their class of 2029's seats as elections are rounding the corner. The SGA freshman applications open on the first day of school and are set to close on September 9th in the afternoon, with a little over a week left to apply. Voting day is then a week following that on September 16th. SGA President Anya Bradich says that she's looking forward to this year's election cycle and what the freshmen can bring to the table.
I'm excited to see what they're interested in bringing to SGA. I'm excited to learn more about their passions, and I just hope that we can get a really good class. I hope that it's a really good and competitive race. I think that's always so much more fun when there's a contested race as opposed to just like winning by default. So I'm hoping for that too.
Bradich encourages anyone who wants to apply to be on SGA to just go for it. She says that her experiences on SGA have shaped who she is now as a senior.
Just do it. You really don't know what's going to come out of this. I am the person that I am today because I joined SGA my freshman year, and all the leadership experiences I've gained and the mentoring experiences I've gained through this. I just try it out. Just try it out, get your name out there, do a campaign. It's hard work, but it's fun work.
The positions open for the class of 2029 are the class president, treasurer, and 5 senator positions. And in other SGA news, they're making big changes to how clubs and organizations get funding. Charlotte, tell us about what student organizations need to know this year.
Thanks, Alice. From today until September 19th, SGA is accepting student organization funding requests for Quarter 2 events. Quarter 2 starts on November 1st and goes until January 31st. As of Friday, SGA has no finalized system for submitting those funding requests. Student org leaders request funding through a form on Phoenix Connect. And the SGA Finance Board, run by SGA Vice President of Finance Ian Berger, meets to approve or deny funding requests. Requests over $5,000 require SGA Senate approval. Last spring, Elon News Network reported on the changes to the budget request system, which had previously had orgs request funding on an as-needed basis. On top of that, they're also making other changes to SGA to that system. They have reduced or eliminated funding for food and open tabs unless they're what SGA feels are essential to the event. There's no longer funding for movies, and a cap was set at $50 for organizations to use for the Fall Org Fair this Thursday. Travel funding was also changed last year, so SGA isn't funding travel for conferences unless it's in a university vehicle. And for event requests, organizations now need to request approval for events 3 weeks in advance instead of 2. SGA says that student orgs will receive an email with updates on their request submission process next week. Back to you, Alice.
Thanks, Charlotte. Colleges and universities across the country are bracing for the impact of what experts are calling the demographic cliff. With fewer babies born after 2007, there are now fewer 18-year-olds going to college. In a 2024 report from the Western Interstate Commission for Higher Education, the number of 18-year-olds graduates will peak somewhere between 3.8 and 3.9 million this year, followed by a 15-year decline. The report expects a decrease to under 3.4 million graduates in 16 years, and that's 13% lower than this year. But the cliff isn't equal across the United States. Most southern states, including North Carolina, are predicted to experience an increase in high school graduates. As this rate increases, Elon University Vice President for Enrollment Greg Zeiser told Elon News Network that Elon is noticing growth from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, where the numbers of graduates from high school are rising. However, Elon's class of 2029 enrollment saw an 11.6% decrease compared to last year's freshman class. There are a total of 1,517 freshmen for the 2025-2026 academic year. University President Connie Book told Elon News Network in an interview in August that the university chose to admit fewer students instead of changing its standards for admission.
We made the decision just to hold. And so we're bringing in a really qualified, great class, a very, very Elon-like class, and we don't think the competition is going to change.
Zeiser wrote that Elon is hoping that the new neuroscience and digital content management majors will be very helpful in attracting new students in the coming years.
Well, some students may be hearing a different wake-up alarm for the next few months. The Healthy Use Center's start and end times for construction were extended. In an email sent to students living in the Story and Moffett buildings, the construction will now start at 7 in the morning and go until 7 p.m. The changes come after heavy summer rainfall pushed the opening date for the Healthy Use Center back to next fall. At first, Community Director for Colonnades Neighborhood Carly Strausser sent an email to Story and Moffett residents saying that construction would be limited to daytime hours from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. But now that's changed, adding more hours than planned. Strausser wrote that the Colonnades Neighborhood office will have earplugs available for residents during business hours. She also recommends that students listen to white noise to drown out the sound of construction. And the heavy summer rainfall didn't only delay the construction of the Healthy Use Center, but also a new freshman parking lot. I spoke with Elon University Police about where freshmen can park this year.
It's a change 2 years in the making, moving freshman parking to a separate location. This year, freshmen can only park in certain lots, marked with an FY sign to match their parking permits. And for now, freshmen will be parking in temporary places around campus.
And it'll be 24/7, 7 days a week. FY will have to be there.
The lot with over 500 spots was planned to open at the start of this academic year. But Chief of Campus Safety and Police, Joseph Lemire, says tons of rainfall from the summer put a hold on construction. He expects the lot to open around fall break.
And FY is only going to be here when that is set up. Before that is set up, it's going to be here, South Campus down here, and behind the Shar Center there. So you're still kind of on the remote sides of campus, but we're still hopefully building some capacity internally.
Building capacity, Lemire says, is one of the biggest benefits to moving freshman parking to remote lots. Another is keeping first-year students on campus.
Although it's an inconvenience maybe, first-year students being parked in a remote lot also kind of forces them to integrate to campus and learn other transportation options.
The construction of the new Healthy U Center took away around 120 parking spots in the Innovation Quad lot. Lemire says parking in the area shouldn't be a problem, but the department is open to making adjustments.
There may be some changes that happen in the future, but sometimes you just don't understand what the human reaction is going to be and where people will spread out to park, and we got to see where those crunch points are going to be.
Lemire says parking rules are enforced 24/7, even on the weekends. Charlotte Pfabe, ENN Tonight.
Over the past few weeks, more than a dozen colleges and universities have been targeted by false active shooter reports. These false reports are called swatting and have many universities evaluating their active shooter response plans. Elon Campus Safety and police have a video providing training on how to respond in an active shooter situation on their website. Their website lists out important steps students, faculty, and staff can take to be prepared in the event of campus safety emergency. These steps include keeping all personal information like addresses and phone numbers updated with the Registrar's Office for Students and Office of Humanity Resources for faculty and staff. Additionally, the website encourages students and faculty to sign up for the e-alert notification systems in case of an emergency.
And coming up after the break, I'll have your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
And stick around to see how a local lemonade business is helping the North Carolina community.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
We've had some sun recently. Are we going to have more nice weather for our first full week of classes?
Thanks, Alice. We'll be seeing more sun and a bit of rain this week. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be a cool 54 with some clouds. Tomorrow will be 76 and mostly sunny with a UV of 8, so remember your sunscreen. Wednesday is going to see some clouds with a high of 80, and towards the end of the week it will warm up to the mid-80s and mostly sunny skies with the exception of Thursday. There will be thunderstorms and about a 75% humidity with wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour, so bring your umbrella. A major cold front is moving through next week, giving us a glimpse of what fall will bring. A jet stream will pull northern air down and back up towards the northeast. The Midwest will get the brunt of it. They will feel daytime temps 10 to 20 degrees lower than historical temperatures. We won't feel the impact until next Friday to Saturday, and then it'll be back to our typical warm early September weather. And that's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Looking forward to the nice weather.
North Carolina is becoming a Do Your Part state, and this is an initiative between the National Governors Association and a nonprofit that supports military families. It's called Blue Stars Families. The Do Your Part initiative enforces effective policies that give aid to these families. Governor Josh Stein says the initiative allows North Carolina to show increased support for military families. The Secretary of the North Carolina Department of Military and Veterans Affairs says that more than 600,000 veterans live in North Carolina, and the state itself has the fourth largest active duty population out of all 50 states. Stein has shown his support for military families throughout his time as governor so far, signing 4 bills into law that support service members in the state.
Lemon Ninjas, a lemonade business, held a fundraiser to help those affected by Tropical Storm Chantal. 6 were found dead after the storm, and over 150 people lost their homes. Owner of Lemon Ninjas, Christian Jordan, has spent months preparing for the big day. The fundraiser had a car show, a variety of different vendors, and even a goat named Oliver.
Bringing the community together, I think, is always big. I'm always one, even if I don't have anything, I want to give. I've just always been that way. I have a caring heart.
By the end of the fundraiser, Jordan says they raised over $1,000 for these families. And stick around to see how the Phoenix played against the Duke Blue Devils.
And not only are we going to see how the Phoenix played, we'll see how students shared their school spirit right after this.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, woo-wee, every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
The first game for Elon football came with high energy and high stakes, taking on Duke on the road. Our Monika Jurevicius was on hand for the action.
Elon faced a tough test against Duke University. New quarterback Landon Clark and running back TJ Thomas Jr. rushed the field to score touchdowns for the Phoenix, tying the teams by 10 at the start of the second half. But Elon's defense fell flat, pushing Duke's score up 35 points. Elon head coach Tony Trisciani said the game provided the experience needed for the backup roster for the upcoming season.
You know, that first half went, about as good as we could have hoped for us. We ran out of gas a little bit in the second half, ran out a lot, lost some of our bodies, and some other guys had to step in there.
The Blue Devils have also built a new roster with its quarterback Darian Mensah leading their offense. The Phoenix fell to the Blue Devils 17-45, the most the Blue Devils scored in a home opener since 2017.
This was a great opportunity for us to play the best team we're going to play all year. And now it's all about going back and teaching and coaching and growing from every snap that we got out here today.
Though the game didn't end in the Phoenix's favor, Trisciani said he believes the team's effort will translate to wins if they keep the same intensity. Monika Jurevicius, ENN Tonight.
The Phoenix are facing off against Davidson College this Saturday at 6 o'clock for their first home game of the season. The theme for the tailgate and the game is Maroon Out.
While Monika was on the field covering the big game, I was at the Mosley Center to talk to students at the watch party.
The watch party viewers enjoyed games, merch, and food as they watched the battle between Elon and Duke University. Elon's Student Union Board and the Phoenix Fanatics teamed up to host the event. Phoenix Fanatics treasurer Charlie Stilla says he hopes the event would help first-year students connect and share school spirit.
It's open to all people, but I think it's definitely a good place for freshmen to come and interact with other people, especially because I've only been here for a few weeks.
For Elon student Portia Sanchez, the event was a way for her to branch out in the Elon community.
As a freshman, coming to a space like this, it can be a little nerve-wracking at some points because there's a lot of things to do and a lot of people, but ultimately I think it's really fun because I get to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, have fun with my friends while meeting new ones.
Although the Phoenix didn't take home the victory, the energy and enthusiasm at Mosley started the football season on a high note. Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
As the season continues, there will be more opportunities for community building, starting with the tailgate this coming Saturday.
Elon's Black Student Union hosted its annual Welcome Black Cookout on Phi Beta Kappa Commons. The event is BSU's first event of the semester. Students spent the afternoon enjoying games, music, and food. Junior Brianna Crawford is BSU's vice president and says she enjoys meeting the new students along with seeing returning students for the first time this semester.
Today has really just seeing everybody come in, all hands on deck. We all just want to see the event thrive, the organization thrive, and most importantly, our just community thrive.
The next BSU event is the Art Around the World Fashion Show on September 12th at 7:30 p.m. in Alumni Gym.
North Carolina is suing the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, over the freeze of $225 million in infrastructure. Attorney General Jeff Jackson filed the lawsuit after Tropical Storm Chantal after it caused major flooding in July. Jackson says that the money that was cut is crucial to moving water treatment plants and protecting drinking water in the area. North Carolina is joining several other states challenging the cancellation, like Texas and California. Recently, President Trump said, "I say you don't need FEMA, you need a good state government." The case argues that FEMA broke the law when it canceled the Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities program. A federal judge has already ruled that the money cannot be redirected until the case is resolved. For now, several projects are on hold as the legal battle plays out. Don't move anywhere during the break, because right after this, we'll have all you need to know about the Milk Club's Carnival.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday, with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Elon University's Milk Club and Late Night Elon came together for the Carnival this weekend. ENN's Rachel Holley has more on the festivities.
Young Commons was full of milk lovers at Late Night Elon and Milk Club's Carnival. There were games, pizza, ice cream, and even milk shots for people who came to the event. Milk Club President Jacob Bradshaw says that celebrating something silly like milk can end up being more serious than you might think.
You know, you can connect milk to nearly every aspect of your personal life if you think about it.
Milk Club also made sure the carnival was utterly accessible for those who prefer non-dairy options too.
We are inclusive to all different types of milk, and it's sort of this inclusiveness that's like bridging the gap between the dairy community and the non-dairy community on campus and in the world.
The milk shot table at the event included both whole milk and chocolate almond milk for both of those communities. Rachel Holley, ENN Tonight.
Milk Club will be one of the many organizations at the Fall Organization Fair this Thursday on Young Commons and Haggard Ave.
The poster sale is back in Corey Concourse this week only. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., students can buy big or small posters and pair them with poster putty if needed. This is an annual fall event at Elon, and posters generally cost around $10 to $15 each. The sale ends on Friday.
Happy senior year to the class of 2026. To kick off the school year, Student Life is hosting 2 events this week to celebrate. Tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. under the Oaks, seniors can enjoy a cookout, grab a free t-shirt, and cast their vote for senior class cause. On Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m., the Martin Alumni Center will host the first senior pit stop of the year. There will be a free Wham Bam bagels and Oak House coffee. Senior pit stops happen every first Wednesday of the month.
And coming up next Wednesday, the 10th, a Tibetan Buddhist monk, Geshe Palden Sangpo, will create a green Tara sand mandala in the Newman Lumen Sacred Space. The event runs for 2 days, and the viewing hours start at 8 a.m. and go until 9 p.m. each day. And it began in 2013 and has been held every year except for 2020, making this year the 12th year. After the mandala is fully complete, it'll be destroyed in the closing ceremony.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.